YouTube? It's your boy Silencer. What up, though? We're here with another video. Today we got Dr. Disrespect returning to YouTube, and you already know it was juicy because he had a lot to say. The controversy that he's been going through for the past few months, all coming to a head seemingly. Now we're getting a video and an explanation from Doc himself about the situation with him and Twitch. We're going over it in this video. Make sure you drop a like, hit the subscribe, help me out a little bit. I'm a rising streamer and content creator. It would help me out a lot. And listen, all we're doing is going through this and we're trying to be fair. We're trying to look at it from an open mind perspective. Leave a comment down below and let us know what you think about this video. Do you believe him? Do you not believe him? Why? Or the people that love you, and make sure you stay frosty. All right, I'll catch you guys later.
For almost 4 years, champs, the public demanded to hear from the doc regarding the Twitch suspension.
And not for nothing, everybody definitely has been on his ass about that 4 years, right? They've been clamoring, trying to figure it out, and well, there you go.
I guess since you all missed the point with my personal statement, maybe it's time to tell my side of the story.
Mind you, his personal statement, if you read it, it basically is like he admitted to it. But, you know, clearly he's about to explain it now.
Champs? You see, there was a lawsuit pending, and as part of that arbitration, all parties were not allowed to speak publicly about the case. I respected those rules. My lawsuit against Twitch was eventually resolved, as you all know. But even then, as part of the settlement, all parties were still prohibited from speaking publicly about the case or the settlement. However, if one side violated that confidentiality, then the other side could respond. And again, champs, I respected all the confidential obligations.
He didn't say a word.
But apparently Twitch's own disgruntled employees didn't feel the need to abide by those same obligations. Cody Connors, ex-Twitch employee, wasn't even involved.
Full name is crazy. The full name. He said the full name, Cody Connors. Wherever you're at, Cody, he said your name. He said, I'm going to call you what your mama called you.
Leaks Twitch's reported reason. Years later, Cody, why do this? What was the point? This was settled professionally. And you, knowing how black and white the internet is, you decided, you fucking rat, to leak the reported reason Twitch banned me.
Not for nothing, the internet is black and white. You all know it. I know it. It's either you're guilty or you're not guilty. There is no in between. I like my boy Mike says, I like to sit on the fence. I like to play devil's advocate. And I do. I ain't gonna lie. I like looking at both sides of it. And I've stayed in the middle of this. And, you know, just tried to be level-headed about it. But yes, the internet is so black and white. People just pick a side and they kind of stay on it.
In 2020. Well, I mean, for what? Cody? Why? Did you not know the repercussions from spewing lies about the two-time? Did you not know the repercussions of accusing me, Cody Connors? You see,
insane.
You don't know shit, and it was obvious from your tweet. You didn't have any firsthand knowledge of my dispute with Twitch. You said that I got banned from Twitch because I was sexting a minor through Whisper's messages? Do you even know what the legal definition of sexting is? I do. And yeah, I used Twitch as Whispers, but trust me, I wasn't sexting anyone. You also said the word minor, Cody. I even made sure that word was emphasized in my statement.
And there it is. When people pull up that document that said, you know, he admitted to it, he said it right here. He made sure he put that in his document when he wrote his truth on Twitter.
Edited, etc., just to make sure these so-called journalists would pick up on it. And boy, oh boy, did they ever, champs. When you and all these so-called journalists, Cody, fired off your tweets, did any of you consider that the Twitch user may have been over the legal age of consent at the time of the messages? You didn't. Neither did any of these journalists, and neither did Twitch at the time of the ban. You also tried to tell the world that I was trying to meet up with this user at TwitchCon, but you're wrong. Let's set the record straight. I never intended to meet this user ever. We never made plans to meet at TwitchCon or anywhere else, and in fact, we never met in person ever. Your bullshit accusations gave false courage to other former Twitch employees to make shit up as well. I suspect all of you sort of planned and coordinated this attack. These big-time publications, these journalists, these various outlets are sort of just gossip channels now, don't you think, champs? They act like they're just gossip channels now, without any real journalism and real research happening.
Everybody's doing things for clicks nowadays. It's the truth. This is in no way in defense of anything. It's the truth. We all do it. Everybody in the COD scene does it. Everybody in the news does it. They cherry pick things and use it and blow it up. And, you know, news does their jobs, right? But then you got, you know, people who just say shit because they want the engagement. They want the clicks. Like I said, I'm guilty of that too. But, you know, some people don't have that morality to, you know, differentiate it, and they just be saying shit. That's true. And that's not about this. That's about anything.
They reported on all this based on leaks from two former Twitch employees, one of whom was supposedly on the trust and safety team. If these anonymous sources worked on the trust and safety team at the time of my Twitch suspension in 2020, then you would hope they would tell the truth. But apparently that's just too much to ask. If these former trust and safety team members, and by the way, I know exactly who they are, actually had firsthand knowledge, then what they conveniently left out is, one, Twitch's trust and safety team, the same employees that decided to ban me, internally admitted that the whisper messages were not sexting. And two, Twitch's trust and safety team, the same employees that decided to ban me, internally acknowledged that the whispers did not constitute child sexual abuse material CSAM.
So basically what he's saying is everybody that had something to do with banning him basically internally said he didn't do anything wrong.
I'll say it again. Neither I nor the Twitch user exchanged any sexual graphic messages or images. Cody Connors and these other anonymous sources are trying to paint a picture that I was exchanging sexually explicit messages and photos with this Twitch user. That never happened. I even used the word inappropriate, purposely.
Another word he used in his document that people are trying to say, like, he said this in his tweet that he did message a minor and that it leaned towards inappropriate. And in this video, he's saying he purposely used the words minor and inappropriate. I'm just saying what the man's saying, so you get it clearly.
And look at how it's defined by everyone, champs. Huh? Including these defaming articles. I'm sorry, but mutual bantering with inappropriate jokes taken out of context should have never led to me getting banned from Twitch in the first place. I mean, how would each of you look if all of your private DMs, your text messages, your chats were looked at, dissected, and taken out of context by someone who's deliberately trying to find something inappropriate in those words? And this is not a situation where a victim publicly accuses someone of wrongdoing. That never happened here. We're talking about allegations that Twitch made against me as a half-baked reason for justifying their actions of suspending and shutting down my channel. Allegations that Twitch made without even a legal analysis of whether the whisper messages were legal. You see, I engage with my community. I engage with other streamers. And through Twitch Whispers, I communicate with Twitch users. Conversations that consisted of a variety of playing games and gaming politics, content creation, random stuff. This was the extent of my whispers with this Twitch user. On June 21st, 2020, my ex-Twitch partner manager learns that I exchanged whispers with the Twitch user. And I say ex-partner manager because for years, this guy didn't do anything for me, my community, or my channel. For years. I'm talking no front page love. You're talking about the face of the platform, right?
He was getting a lot of love on
platform.
Twitch.
And I know Champions Club remembers this. We got zero front page love on the website. He was never on my channel. He didn't follow me on Twitter. He wouldn't even inform us about Twitch rival tournaments. We're talking about the two-time Twitch rival tournament. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you want to play in it? We got zero support from this guy. And it was just so obvious that he carried a grudge against the two-time. So after we signed with Twitch in 2019, we asked for a new partner manager. And just a few months later, that ex-Twitch partner manager is directly involved with getting me banned. Coincidence?
It is kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy. Like, you basically fire the guy that is, managing your career on the platform. And then a couple months later, he's a part of the reason why you get banned. Listen, if I'm working somewhere and, or if I'm a basketball player and I have an agent who's doing dick for my career and I fire him and then he purposely fucks up somehow, some way, a contract that I'm trying to sign with a team, I'm going to look at it funny. If I'm playing basketball and I'm signed to Clutch Sports and Draymond Green blocks my contract if I'm trying to get signed to the Golden State Warriors or some shit like that, or I fire Maverick Carter and somehow I try to get on the Lakers and he blocks the contract even knowing that Jeannie Buss wants to sign me, I'm going to look at that guy kind of crazy. I'm going to look at him kind of weird. Like, bro, what is going on?
The Twitch user tells the ex-Twitch partner manager that they do not want to report anything to Twitch. I'll repeat that sentence one more time just in case anybody missed that one. The Twitch user tells this ex-Twitch partner manager that they do not want to report anything to Twitch. But this ex-Twitch partner manager encourages the user and even directs them to file a report directly with Twitch, even though the user told him clearly that we never physically met anywhere and that no photographs were exchanged.
That's crazy. If the said person that he was supposedly doing these things with had no intention of saying anything, they didn't want to be involved, they didn't want to do anything, but the former Twitch manager says, hey, nah, do it anyway. It's kind of funny. Kind of funny. It's all up to what you believe. Like, do you believe that? Any of this? Do you believe that the former Twitch manager had something to do with it? Do you think that somebody a part of the safety team who internally said there was nothing wrong, but outwardly said, fuck that, ban him anyway? You don't think that's kind of weird? Something to think about.
On June 24th, 2020, Twitch's special operations team receives and reviews the user's report. They find no issues and determine that it did not warrant any further escalation to Twitch's law enforcement response team. That would have been the end.
That would have been the end. He's right.
That should have been the end. But that partner manager, oh boy, did he had it out. He had it out for the two-time. He finds out that no further action will be taken, so what does he do? He personally escalates the report to a friend on the Twitch's LER team. The LER team, remember, that's the Twitch's law enforcement response team. He escalates the report to a friend on Twitch's LER team. So a day later, on June 25th, the LER analyst pulls the entirety of the whisper messages and begins discussing them with his director of the LER team. Mind you, this director is on vacation at that time and does not have access to their computer or work files. Let me just remind you, I went through a multi-year,
It's crazy how he's recounting this. And again, we're just going through this and we're going through what he's saying. Again, I'm not in defense of him. But it feels like he's reading all of this off of some sort of facts that he does have, because he's giving dates for everything. It feels like these are court documents or documents that have been given in court of all of this. Like, how can he recount something that happened 4 years ago or 3 years ago that a guy was on vacation when the law enforcement response team started dissecting his whispers? I'm just saying, something to think about.
Big time arbitration, okay? And, you discover a lot of stuff. Mind you, this director is on vacation at that time. The LER analyst cherry picks and sends a few targeted excerpts out of context from the whisper messages to this director. Now, if you do this, you can make anyone's messages look inappropriate, even when they aren't. Within less than 1 hour, this LER analyst and his director have made the decision to suspend me from Twitch. Twitch submits a report to NCMEC. You guys all read those little articles, huh? The NCMEC. Twitch submits that report. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Guess what? as far as I know, and over 4 years have passed. They didn't do anything with the report. As far as I know, they didn't escalate Twitch's report to law enforcement. Mind you, the same people that made this decision admit internally that the messages did not constitute sexting. The same people that made this decision at Twitch admit internally that the messages did not warrant any child sexual abuse material charge. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitted they did not perform any legal analysis of whether the messages exchanged were illegal in any way. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitting that they never investigated the age of consent in the jurisdiction where the user's messages were sent and received. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me without ever interviewing me, the user, or any other third party, including the partner manager. It's fucking unbelievable!
Again, from his perspective, from what he's saying, no one talked to anyone after they took the whispers in its entirety, analyzed the whispers, suspended him, sent it to law enforcement. Law enforcement, in the 4 years of having that, never did a thing. Twitch still did its thing without talking to him, without talking to the person that he was supposedly doing all this stuff with. They didn't do their due diligence. It sounds funny. It's like, yo, I'm blaming you for this, but we're not actually going to, we're going to take this thing and we're going to send it over. We're going to send it over to the police. We have all this stuff. We're going to send it to the cops. And the cops do nothing. Then they say, oh, well, the cops not going to do nothing. We'll do something. It's almost like, and again, not in defense, we're looking at this from an entire perspective. Are you letting this shit ride if this is you? Say you believe Dr. Disrespect. If this was you, would you let this ride? I don't know anybody that works at a job that would get accused of something serious that you would think would involve law enforcement. Then law enforcement does nothing and they say nothing actually happened. And then your job fires you anyway. You would probably do the same thing he did, which is sue Twitch. You would sue your job for firing you for something that you thought was crazy enough to take to the authorities. Then the authorities tell you, nah, nothing happened. We see everything he said. We don't see the child abuse. We don't see the sexting. We don't see the inappropriate conversations. We don't see any images being exchanged. We don't see any of this. Again, if this was you, are you letting this ride too? Would you not be upset? Again, we're looking at it from his perspective. This is his video. This is his truth.
I'm not going to get into every detail regarding my legal case, but these former Twitch employees that claim to have firsthand knowledge, they just don't have a clue. They didn't report any facts. The judge in the case determined that the whispers were not illegal. So then why did Twitch use these messages against me? Why did Twitch treat the doc so differently from their other streamers? I mean, outside of the obvious. I mean, just take a look at me. Unfiltered.
It's the ego
The
on this
realest
dude's
motherfucker in this
crazy.
6'8", gorgeous, athletic, successful, college degree, college athlete, bourbon business, gaming studio, beautiful family. And trust me, we've worked hard for over a decade to improve as a person, a husband and father, and to get where we're at today. I mean, I'm in such a good place today. And all these people, they all act like they're just so perfect. I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect. Sometimes I do. But I also didn't do all the shit that they're saying I did. But then that doesn't make a story, right? They wanted media attention. The media wants controversy. And by sensationalizing all of this with big, inaccurate headlines like sexting and sexually explicit, you all got what you wanted at the expense of the tube time. The reality is, they wanted to cut down the doc. Plain and simple. Take a look at some of these horrendous acts of Twitch streamers that were never banned. I've got some examples right here. Example number 1. A streamer that frequently used the N-word while publicly streaming, which constitutes a violation of Twitch's policies if accompanied by hateful intent. Twitch scheduled a meeting with the streamer to ascertain his intent to determine whether his conduct was a violation of Twitch's policies.
Sorry.
Ultimately,
It's not me. I'm not even, no one even knows who I am. I don't even know how many people's going to watch this video. Anyway.
determining it was not a breach of Twitch's policies. Why wasn't I called into a meeting? Why wasn't my intent taken into consideration, champs? Example number 2. Streamer was reported for discussing doing things with deceased animals and discussing pedophilia, all while live streaming. Never suspended, but instead given a multi-million-dollar contract. Example number 3.
That's actually pretty crazy.
Streamer was reported for a sexually explicit stream involving children and telling children to send Snapchats of them playing with themselves. Never suspended, but instead, given a multi-million-dollar contract.
Who the fuck is these guys? Where are these guys at? Who? Being fair, I have no clue who those people he named off are. No clue. If you know, put it in the comments. But if there's guys out here that's like that and they got multi-million-dollar contracts, clearly they didn't get hung for what they did. But maybe it wasn't publicized. Who knows?
It's so obvious that certain Twitch executives, employees involved had personal biases against the doc and used all of this as an opportunity to terminate my contract. Go back and look at the timing of all this too. The doc's termination lines up with 2 preferable, profitable, and expensive streamers leaving Mixer. As soon as Twitch knew that Mixer had failed, and go look at the timing. These other expensive streamers needed a new streaming platform. So Twitch rushed through its decision to terminate the tube time. You see, I shouldn't even be banned from Twitch. It has affected us on so many levels. Back in 2020 and now in 2024. And Cody Connors, I just have to say it again. Why would you do this?
Mind you, Cody Connors has not been seen. Latest post on Twitter is like the middle of August. He has not posted since, and he was posting regularly. He was posting regularly until the middle of August, maybe at some point in August. But he's no word, nothing.
Like I said, this was handled professionally years ago. No fucking wrongdoing. But because of you, Cody, we just lost. Fuck, man. Unfortunately, we have to lay off people from Midnight Society. Right?
People losing their jobs is
Because of you,
tough.
Cody.
It's tough. Clearly, he's upset that he even had to do that.
You know, through all this, we are where we are. And like a fucking man, I'll accept it. What I don't accept is sitting quietly by and let these idiots attack me with false accusations. No. For all these doc haters out there too, oh man, the ones that project and project and project and project and worry about everyone else's problems, right? I can't understand that mindset. I could care less. We've always stayed in our lane. But somehow, some way, these people, they just get in our lane. For all you doc haters, I'm sure you'll dissect all of this and still find a way to publicly criticize me. Do what you need to do. I'll say this isn't for you. This was for my team today, my community, my friends, la familia that have supported me. And I'm not denying the exchange of whispers, champs. I'm not denying that to all of you out there. It looks bad. I have no way of knowing if the Twitch user thought our exchange of whispers was inappropriate. If it was, I apologize. All I know is that I never did what Twitch, Cody Connors, or the public is claiming that I did.
So the issue, and just to be fair to both sides, the issue is that with the statement he wrote on Twitch, it kind of contradicts this video of him saying he basically didn't do anything. But again, he addressed him writing what he wrote and said basically he was playing verbal gymnastics and doing it on purpose. So again, it's whatever you want to believe from Doc. And what do you want to believe from Cody Connors? Mind you, none of the stuff that Cody said was proven. He didn't leak the whispers. He didn't show us anything. He said it. He told somebody else, and somebody else went on a podcast and then said it themselves. And to be fair, Doc also isn't showing us any documentations, though it feels like he's reading some sort of documentations, official documentation, especially if he has dates and details that he's giving you. But he's also still not showing us anything. So in the court of public opinion, he nor Cody, he's not showing anything. So in the court of public opinion, you either believe him or you don't. But no one did that for Cody. They kind of just took his word and be like, yeah, he did it. And then with Doc saying what he said on his tweet, it made him look 10 times bad. But in this video, he's basically claiming verbal gymnastics.
That's it. I'm not saying anything more about any of this, right? Unless I need to, because trust me, I have more I haven't disclosed.
And he says he has more. So, and I said it on my tweet, Cody Connors, you got cooked. You got cooked. Now, that's not in defense of Doc. That is not in the defense of anything Dr. Disrespect. That is just the plain truth. He just spent 20 minutes cooking you. And whomever else had anything to do with his Twitch ban, who had anything to do with the leak of him allegedly sexting minors and all that other shit. He cooked you. Stir fry. And I was kind of on you, Cody, to give us the rebuttal. But he hasn't been seen since August. It's September 6th. So it's, at this point, it's either you believe Doc or you don't believe Doc. If you listen to this video and you think about it, does it change your mind? You can leave it in the comments if you believe him, if you don't believe him, why you don't believe him, why you do believe him. He's right about one thing. I don't care. It's like, I don't necessarily care about I don't care about what other people think about me. It's a stress ball. I mean, the fucking internet is literally a echo chamber of people that just speak. Every time I get off stream, I always say, love the people that love you. And I mean that. Because there's going to be people that don't like you. There's going to be people that hate your guts. Those aren't the people you should focus on. You should focus on the people who sit there, stand on business, and stand by you, regardless. Now, if you do some egregious shit and they turn your back on you, you fucking deserve it. But if you're going about life trying to do things the right way, trying to be a better person, people go through things, people make mistakes, and they try to get better from them. If you don't believe Doc, you don't believe Doc. It doesn't matter to me one bit. But we all stand in a lane, right? And if no one's in that lane with you, fuck them. Like, if you sit here and you support me and anything that I'm doing as a small content creator, I fucking love you to the ends of the earth. And I love the support. If you don't, who cares? I don't care. Do what makes you happy. You want to hate me? Hate me. I don't give a shit. There's nothing I can do to change your mind because I'm still going to be me at the end of the day. If I do something egregious, walk away from me. That's perfectly fine. I accept you walking away. But if you roll with me, you roll with me, and I appreciate it. So that's Dr. Disrespect's video. Again, do you believe him or do you not believe him? Comment it down low. Tell me why. Also, like the video so it'll help me out, help the channel out. Subscribe, help the channel out, and I can give you more videos like this where we dissect people and the reason why they do things. Because this is big. This is big right here, and you know, You know, your voices should be heard too. Keep it respectful, and we can all have intelligent conversations about this without disrespecting people's lives. Because I feel like this whole thing, everybody is getting too political. Everybody is getting too in their feelings about some stuff that doesn't actually matter, right? You get into this conversation and you kind of dive off into the left, and that's not what we're about here on this channel. All right, thanks for watching. More videos coming soon. As always, love the people that love you. I'll see you later.